you already accept and make peace with mistakes as being part of the game of football, part of the sport, part of high performance, then that opens you up to the possibility of responding the way Andy Robertson's responding here. Okay, so what does this clip of Andy Robertson have to do with you becoming a better athlete? Let's break down the clip. So here you can see Andy Robertson's picked up the ball out wide, which is a familiar position for him. Quick glance up, you can see he saw the run of Jota, who's made the run into the box. He's obviously defended there by Laporte, who's the Manchester City defender, who's in front of him. So bit of a task on his hands for Andy Robertson, because he's got to try and get the ball up and over Laporte to try and find Jota. So let's run the clip on here. And I just want to freeze it right here. So obviously you can see unsuccessful action from Andy Robertson. You know, call it what you want. A mistake, a turnover, a loss in possession. Something has happened that he would prefer not to have happened, but it's happened. And I want you to pay attention as I've froze the clip here to Andy Robertson's body language. You can see here, and keep in mind, only a couple of milliseconds ago, he's just been involved in a turnover. Laporte, who is the defender who's cleared it, his feet have only just touched the ground. And look at Andy Robertson's body. He is already in the next action. You can see he's already started his sprint, and literally it's only milliseconds after he's just lost the ball. Now, the reason why that is so powerful is because when I believe that elite athletes all have an understanding and an awareness that it's not so much about the things that happen to me on the pitch. It's more about what I'm going to do about the things that happen to me. It's not so much about the things that happen to me. It's what am I going to do about all the things that happen to me. And I don't know Andy Robertson personally, but you can see here that there's a level of acceptance and a level of peace. He's almost made peace with making mistakes. He's made peace with losing the ball, because if he hadn't have made peace, he wouldn't be able to accept losing the ball. And we see this all the time with players who have their arms in the air, they're looking up at the sky, they're kicking the ground, they're pointing at the teammates, blaming somebody, right? Because they're not mature enough to take responsibility, or they're not mature enough to accept the fact that, you know, listen, hold their hands up and, you know, I messed up. But when you start to make peace with making mistakes on the pitch, then and only then can you start responding in a positive way to all the things that happen. And I see this, whether it be professional football, professional basketball, NFL, all of the best athletes in the best sport, in the best leagues around the world, they have this mental and emotional ability to accept whatever the moment has presented, whatever the game has presented, to accept it, and then quickly, with every cell in their body, attack the next moment. I call this next moment mindset. And I believe all the greats have got it. As we play the clip on here, Bernardo Silva flicks it to Rodri. Because Andy Robertson's come out of nowhere, he's completely blindsided Rodri. He's nicked the ball off Rodri, and then he's flew into a 50-50 with his forehead. Andy Robertson style with Bernardo Silva. He wins a free kick for Liverpool now, and now Liverpool are actually probably in a better position than they were anyway. You know, a couple of seconds ago, he was out wide crossing it. Now, because of his ability to respond, right? Responsibility, what does that mean? Your ability to respond. Because of his ability to respond, Liverpool are actually in a better situation. Now, they've probably got Trent Alexander-Arnold on the pitch, who's a top set piece taker. Now they are 25 yards out with a free kick on the edge of Manchester City's box. So, lessons from this here are, Andy Robertson's ability to make peace with the situation. That allows him to detach, to separate himself from all the things that the game presents. Mistakes, great things, bad things, losing the ball, things going well, things not going well. And if your mental and emotional state is based upon things going well, you know, the game of football is up and down. And that's the reason why some people say, you know, why is my confidence not stable? Why can't I tap into a certain level of, a consistent level of confidence? It's because you are arriving to the pitch with all of these expectations of how you should play, how the game should go. You know, this should happen like this, and how many passes and how many goals and how many, you know, you arrive into the game with all of this rigidity and all this tension and all these expectations. And when you carry all them expectations around the pitch, that's a heavy load. And you know that you can't express yourself in a positive way carrying all that stuff around the pitch. So my challenge to you, I hope that you can use this video as a trigger for you to start the journey of mentally and emotionally preparing for all the moments that the game presents, because only then can you respond in a positive way. And all the best athletes, when you look in the world, they have this amazing ability to respond to any circumstances, any scenario that the game presents. And I believe that your next level is impossible without you going on that journey. So I hope that this video is the trigger for that. Now, you're not going to watch this video now and just know this in your mind and now be able to, you know, it's not going to change overnight, but this is a process. And I think the first part of the process is awareness for you to make a mistake. Andy Robertson's a human being, just like you, just like me. We make a mistake, there's going to be an element of emotion, elements of frustration, and that's fine. But that doesn't need to consume you to the point where you can't respond. There's an old saying which I really like, which says, the person who anticipates the pain lessens the pain when it actually arrives. The person who anticipates the pain lessens the pain when it arrives. And the way that I transfer that to this conversation is that if you're already anticipating and if you already accept and make peace with mistakes as being part of the game of football, part of the sport, part of high performance, then that opens you up to the possibility of responding the way Andy Robertson's responding here. He obviously backs himself, he's obviously confident as a player, but you can tell by watching him play that he's not surprised that the cross didn't go the way he wanted it to. He's not surprised when he loses the ball here and there. And because he's not surprised, it makes it a lot easier in the moment for him to mentally and emotionally get every cell, every bone in his body to shift from one moment to the other and just continue to attack the present moment, not resist it, not wish it was something else, not be blaming other people. You know, all those things are associated with low-level performance. You're not here watching this video to perform at a low level. You're here to perform at a high level. So I hope that this video helps. I hope that you can use this as your opportunity and as your trigger to start your journey mentally and emotionally, to start moving beyond all of the challenges, all the obstacles, the mistakes, the unsuccessful actions, the missed penalty, whatever it might be. You know, some people it takes seconds, minutes, hours, days. Some people it takes weeks to get over a mistake. And I believe that elite level athletes understand that the quicker, if you can just squeeze that timeline to make a mistake and within the next couple of milliseconds already be attacking the next moment as a new moment and not bringing any of that old negative energy into this next moment. Every moment is fresh. It arrives to you fresh, so you should meet it with freshness. And when you do that, I believe you'd open yourself up to better and better performances. So I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you on the next